Hello, Dan Sigmund here with discussion about something I noticed on the Facebook pages. There's a lot of discussion about, are we three districts? We have to stop fighting one another. We're one family now. And it gets a little unfriendly sometimes on there, unfortunately. It's a very emotionally charged issue, I guess, with this referendum. We know that back when consolidation happened, we had a Herman School District, a Neosho School District, and a Salesville School District in Rubicon. Well, that wasn't feasible anymore. It's not sustainable when your enrollments drop, so the decision was made to take these three districts and bring it into one, consolidate it, which I think was the right thing to do. But we have to remember, just like your family is not just considered one family and everybody loses their individuality, these three school districts still are individual. I mean, just look at the facility assessment study. The demographics went into the three separate parts of the school district. It's still there. So we have to keep that in mind. We are three different individuals in one family here, our school family, with different personality, different demographics, different likes, dislikes maybe, I don't know. But how do we get along? How should children get along? How do you want your kids in your family to get along? They're all part of your one family. Well, what is your wish for how they get along? That should be the same thing we as parents aim for in this whole school district issue. How do we as three different school districts get along? Think of us as the children of the school district. Yet I see people on Facebook that laugh at each other's comments, or thumbs down, or this or that. That's not very nice, is it? And so, well, you have to be tough. You have to have thick skin, right? Well, what would you do as a parent if your kids started acting that way? Would you say, oh yeah, just get thick skin, right? Let's start thinking about how we're going to come together on this issue for the benefit of everybody and not just for what we want. Here's what was really ironic that sort of set me onto this. After an individual did the laughing thing at a comment, a short time later I saw another comment from the individual, and he talked about how there's a lot of praying going on here. So now we're getting spiritual about this, but yet on the other end, we're acting unspiritual. That's what I wanted to address. Let's back up for a little bit, take the boxing gloves off, and let's just present, I don't even want to use the word facts, F-A-C-T-S, because that word has been demonized, even in this referendum. But let's decide how we really want to be going at this in a mature way. The referendum, as I said, is a very emotional issue, but we have to let our intellect override those emotions so we can start thinking straight, so we can look at the numbers, the hard numbers, and decide, well, you know what, I really would like that, but it really isn't the best idea. So at consolidation, from what I've heard, Neosho really was okay yet. They were in not a bad spot, but Salesville School and Herman School were seeing declining enrollment, and that was putting a squeeze on being sustainable and being able to stay open in the long run. So I don't know exactly how it happened, but Herman and Salesville and Neosho got together and said, for the betterment of everybody, to make this all work, we will consolidate. And that's how it should be with families. The kids should be looking out for each other for the benefit of the family as a whole. What I want to bring to your attention is Neosho, I think, did that for Herman and Rubicon. I think. I don't know. I don't know for sure. But now, maybe we need to look at this district as a family again for another reason. The DNR has demanded that Neosho do work on their dam, and it's going to cost $1/2 to $750,000. And they're going to have to do it this year the way it sounds. So, Town of Herman, Town of Rubicon, would you have that much money just kind of laying around to just all of a sudden spend on something like that? Of course we wouldn't. We're trying to make ends meet too in our towns, just like the village of Neosho is. So why do we here on this side want to place this extra burden of debt, of this referendum debt, on the shoulders of one of our family members, village of Neosho, when they're going to be shouldering a big one already that we wouldn't want to shoulder? I think we need to really step back and say, for the benefit of everybody, let's slow this down. This is too much, too fast, and I don't think it's even really very wise at this point in time. There are other avenues to be pursued for the benefit of everybody. So let's look for a better solution. Let's not take sides. Let's figure out what's best for everybody here. I really do believe we need to vote no on this referendum, not only because of money issues, but because of relational issues. Because we are 3 communities that have become one community, a school community, and as I look on Facebook, things aren't always real friendly, and they don't have to be that way. Let's change that, and I think maybe it has to start from a higher level as it comes down to the public arena. So vote no for our school family to make this work better, to find a better solution, and please write in Dan Sigmund and Clayton Hall for the Honor School Board, because we would like to be a much closer part of making this happen, because we believe we can. Thank you.